Hey everybody, Chris here. So Dogecoin is not just a meme coin anymore. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I'm live every Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. Usually start right around that time. Sometimes it's a little earlier or a little later, depending on what's going on, which is why you need to be subscribed. You need to have all of your notifications on. You can be notified not only when my new videos drop, but also when the live streams start. And I'm usually live also sometime during the weekend, usually on Sundays, as we wrap up the weekend trading and look forward to the week ahead. But for today, it's Friday, so on a Friday afternoon, we kind of settle down, have a little fun, talk about crypto, and usually an AMA, and we kind of have fun. We've been playing with Grok lately and AI, talking about Dogecoin as well. But for right now, Doge, there's some serious action happening behind the scenes with Dogecoin. Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts and the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're over 18 cents here. Zoomed out a little bit, kind of looking at all the trading yesterday, pretty much sideways. Did reclaim 18 cents, came up to about 18.4. Slight dip overnight to about 17.95 and back over 18 cents. So that is where Dogecoin is right now. Bitcoin right around $97,000. That's right, $97,000 a Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is slowly moving its way back up to 100K. That's right, we have had some strong, albeit, not huge gains, but strong, slow recovery from the early April lows in crypto, led by Bitcoin. Yes, that is true, led by Bitcoin. Here's what we were tracking here. The other day was sort of this, could this have been the last dip, right? Bitcoin down to 93, Dogecoin dropped down to about 16.7, and we followed that along through all of the cryptos. The other day where it was the whole crypto market that did that dip. But here's Dogecoin from that dip. 1669, like all the way back up to 18 cents, looking strong. At the same time, we also have Bitcoin dominance continuing to go higher. That's right, Bitcoin dominant 64.88 is a new cycle high for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin still looking strong. ETH still kind of struggling a bit, even though ETH did have a bit of a dip of its own here the other day, 1737 or so, still not recovering the same percentage as we see for Bitcoin and Dogecoin. That's right, and Dogecoin. So what does this mean overall? Well, again, here's the Bitcoin news. Bitcoin market cap dominance hits a new 4-year high. Of course, Bitcoin Magazine is going to say there is no second best. Eventually, we think that Bitcoin dominance is going to come back down, but many thought once it hit 60%, that was going to be it, and then we would see alt season start. We have not seen alt season yet, but many are predicting it. Crypto Rover, of course, he's a perma bull, right? Alt season is delayed, not canceled. When it finally starts, we will all get rich. We will all get rich. But here it is. Here's the chart, which is like alts versus Bitcoin, and it's down. And it is down, yes. Looks like since the beginning of 2023, your money was better off parked in Bitcoin than just about anything else. But will we see this alt season take off? Trader Allen says, yes, alt season is coming. We are in the brewing stage right now. Hard to see that we're brewing because Bitcoin dominance keeps going higher. Does that set up the whole altcoin market to spring even higher from a lower point or not? Again, many think that ETH is going to be the catalyst for this. I'm not resting on ETH. I'm not relying on ETH to be alt season. I think it's going to be Dogecoin, and then we're going to see Solana and XRP, SWI, and others. Again, not as big of a market cap as ETH, so won't have as much of a sort of offsetting Bitcoin, but So it might be just a tiny alt season now, not this huge thing. But we will see as we go forward. Meanwhile, House of Doge, we covered this yesterday. The House of Doge bought more than 10 million Doge this week for their reserve. So Doge, the House of Doge is continuing to build, and now their reserve holds over 21 million Dogecoin. That's right, 21 million Dogecoin for House of Doge as they continue to accumulate Dogecoin for their reserve, which is going to be their liquidity base for what they're planning on implementing for Doge partnerships and Doge as use as transactional currency. So that is continuing to grow. And the Bitcoinist says, look, Dogecoin is not just a meme coin anymore. We talked about 21 shares yesterday. They're going to go, it's super bullish. That's right. 21 shares published a report outlining the potential scenarios for Dogecoin's future price performance. And they're leaning toward a more bullish position. Obviously, they want to promote their coming ETF, right? Because 21 Shares is doing this with other cryptos too. It's not just Dogecoin. They're doing it with SWI and they're doing it with others. So just to let you know that and they're bullish on XRP and others that they're going to promote. But they did this report where they said, look, if you've got a 60-40 investment structure, that's 60% stocks, 40% bonds. That's right, bonds, right? Balanced investment portfolio. You have stocks and bonds. That's the typical investment structure. Slow and steady gains over the life, right? And then you retire and you have a nice happy retirement and that's it. But if you want to increase your odds on that, you want to do better, they say, look, just put a modest 1% allocation into Dogecoin, and then your portfolio will outperform what you were already doing when it was just a 60-40 split of stocks and bonds. Yeah, put a little Bitcoin as well. But if you just put a little Doge in, and then we did the math, right, of like how much that could grow if you start seeing big, heavy investors putting 1% of their portfolios into Doge, that could significantly improve their overall returns. In their bullish case scenario, they say Dogecoin has a penchant for explosive rallies and historical trends that support a potential price surge. 21 Shares says Doge could have a pump similar to last run. And so they're looking at this compound annual growth rate of 189%. And if Doge were to mirror that same pace over the next 2 years, its price could climb to $1.42. That would be, of course, a new all-time high. And in that bullish scenario, Dogecoin's price surge is expected to be driven by renewed meme coin mania, a surge in real-world adoption, regulatory clarity, and major integration possibilities. Tesla, SpaceX, CEO Elon Musk incorporating Doge payments on X. We're talking about House of Doge as well. And of course, the ETFs and taxes. That's right. Tax cuts for the United States could lead to more bullish investing. So should retail interest and demand fully return, Doge is expected to not only reclaim its previous all-time highs, but double them up to $1.42. Now, they have a bearish case. We looked at that. I mean, the bearish case is 38 cents by the end of 2025. 38 cents. So, but double where it is now. Some people say, that's okay. And then their median, right between the bull and the bear, their bearish case is 38 cents. And the median is ending the year around $1. About a 5.5x gain from the current levels to $1. So that's what they're talking about. That's what the report is showing for Doge. And CoinDesk says, look, Doge XRP ETF hopes fueling bullish sentiment. Traders grow more optimistic on approval odds. Social buzz rebounds. Optimism Social dominance is surging. I mean, this is everything that we've been seeing building since those early April lows. Once all those tariff fears, are out of the way now, there's a few bears around, but overall, a lot more bullish sentiment. Trader Tardigrade is like, hey, Dogecoin ready for the next pump. It's setting up. Very similar price structure. And we know this run that we had back in November was on the backs of the U.S. presidential election won by Trump with Elon and Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, and what we thought Doge was going to bring, which ended up being not really so great for Dogecoin because people are misinterpreting Doge as like that, all those kids that Elon has, like cutting people's jobs and all. Not great. It didn't work out the same way, but we have other things, which we just talked about, which could fuel that next Dogecoin run. And one of them we don't talk about enough is not only tax cuts for United States citizens, but also, are they going to do this? Are they going to do this thing about crypto taxes where they're going to have no crypto capital gains taxes on US-based cryptocurrencies, of which many believe Dogecoin, made in the USA, will be one of those cryptos. So we will be watching that as well. Meanwhile, as we sit here right now, we ended up with a green April. We covered that in yesterday's video, right? My May price prediction video. If you didn't watch that, check that out. May price prediction for Dogecoin. That was yesterday's video. And look, in May, we're already up 5%. So we're in the green. Despite all the negativity of April, April ended up in the green. And we're even higher already here on the second day of May, up 5%. Some are bears, though, and some, when's Doge going to drop? And we did look at the Doge heat map. This is what we looked at during the live stream. And there is some big leverage trades now, which have liquidation prices. And we looked at this one particular down at 1753, 1752. So I would expect some point in time, maybe this weekend, you get low liquidity, low volume, one little bit of negative news, and the market makers are going to drop the price down, and they're going to take out that leverage. So if you're looking to buy on a dip, maybe that is the location to look for Dogecoin, where we do see that high leverage trading. People want to like 2x, 5x, 10x Doge like going up. But there's a risk there, and that would be that liquidation of the leverage trades. So watch for that. We'll keep an eye on that as we go forward. Overall, though, Dogecoin holding up very well, not trading like a meme coin right now. Does that mean that Doge is never going to go on big runs? No, FOMO can still kick in, but it needs that big catalyst. Right now, it's just slowly building, which is okay. That's okay right now for where we are. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Dogecoin not acting like a meme coin right now? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.